While you sleep, a tiny group of bacteria in your gut may be working to protect your metabolism, but only if you give them the right window. Eating at the wrong time of day could be quietly shutting that window, even if everything else about your diet looks perfect. If you've been eating clean, exercising, even trying intermittent fasting, and fat loss still feels stuck, there's a timing layer to metabolism that most people never hear about, and it connects directly to one overlooked bacterium living in your gut right now. It's called Akkermansia muciniphila. Say that with me. Akkermansia muciniphila. Odd name, but here's why it matters. Studies show that people with higher levels of this bacteria in their gut tend to have better insulin sensitivity, healthier body weight, and lower levels of inflammation compared to people with lower levels. And here's the part most people miss. A muciniphila follows a rhythm. It thrives at certain times of day and quietly fades at others.
Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman explains that your circadian rhythm controls far more than sleep. It governs hormones, digestion, fat metabolism, and which bacteria thrive in your gut hour by hour. When your eating window and your body clock fall out of sync, research suggests your gut microbiome itself becomes disrupted, and with it, the metabolic signals that support fat loss. So here's the question. Is your eating window aligned with your biology or working against it? In this video, I'm going to break down the science behind circadian nutrition. When you eat may shape your gut bacteria in ways that directly affect how your body handles fat. No hype, just the research, and I'll be clear about where the evidence is strong and where it isn't. Let's start with your gut's internal clock, because it might just be running on a different schedule than the rest of you.
Think of your body as a city that never fully shuts down. The brain is City Hall. It sets the official time and sends signals out to every district. But every department has its own local scheduler. Your liver runs on one clock, your muscles on another, your fat tissue on another, and your gut on another. When all of them are synced, the city hums and runs efficiently. When your gut clock falls out of step with City Hall because you're eating at midnight or sleeping at irregular times, things start to break down. This isn't a metaphor, it's biology. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation in 2023 showed that the liver circadian clock and gut microbes work together in a hierarchy, coordinating glucose and fat metabolism across the day. When the gut clock is disrupted, that coordination breaks down and lipid oxidation, your body's fat-burning process, becomes less efficient. The genes driving this are called clock, BMAL1, PER, and CRY. Think of them as a molecular alarm system. Every 24 hours, they cycle on and off, controlling how your cells use fuel and store fat. A 2024 review in the Journal of Clinical Investigation found this cycle influences up to 25% of your genome, including genes tied directly to fat storage and release. Your gut microbiome is deeply embedded in this system. A landmark study found that roughly 60% of gut microbiota composition oscillates within a 24-hour period. These bacteria don't have eyes, they can't see sunlight, but they respond to feeding cues, hormone rhythms, and gut motility signals from their host. When your eating schedule is irregular or shifts into late-night hours, you disrupt these microbial oscillations, and research in animal models suggests this disruption is linked to increased adiposity and impaired glucose control. Dr. Rhonda Patrick, who reviews research on time-restricted eating and metabolic health, has highlighted how the timing of food intake can reinforce or erode these circadian signals. Eating in the morning and midday amplifies your natural rhythm. Your gut bacteria, hormones, and digestive enzymes are all primed and ready. Eating at 11 p.m. tells your gut clock a very different story. Akkermansia muciniphila lives in the mucus layer lining your gut. At healthy levels, it makes up about 1 to 5% of your microbiome. Think of it as a repair crew for your gut's inner wall, constantly maintaining the protective lining that separates your bloodstream from everything passing through. When your gut lining is intact and well maintained, two important things happen. First, harmful bacterial byproducts like lipopolysaccharides, which can trigger low-grade inflammation throughout your body, have a harder time leaking into your bloodstream. Second, your gut can more accurately signal hunger and fullness hormones like GLP-1 and peptide YY, which help regulate appetite and how your body responds to insulin after meals. The study that put Akkermansia on the Metabolic map, a 2019 randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial in Nature Medicine, supplemented 32 overweight, insulin-resistant adults with either Akkermansia or placebo for 3 months. The pasteurized form significantly improved insulin sensitivity and reduced insulin levels. Body weight and fat mass showed modest decreases compared to baseline, though these didn't reach statistical significance across the full group. The researchers called it a promising start, one requiring larger trials to confirm.
A 2025 follow-up trial found benefits were concentrated in participants who started with low baseline levels of the bacteria, a reminder that your individual gut composition shapes your response. Metabolically, muciniphila promotes short-chain fatty acid production, acetate and propionate, which activate receptors tied to GLP-1 release. GLP-1 helps your body use glucose efficiently and signals satiety. It also reduces systemic inflammation by reinforcing the gut barrier, which may improve your cell's response to insulin over time. Now, here's where it gets interesting for this video's topic. Time-restricted feeding, eating within a compressed daily window, has been shown in multiple studies to increase Akkermansia levels. The question is, why does a simple timing change affect a specific bacterium? And the answer loops directly back to your gut clock. A 2024 study in iScience found that TRE was associated with increased Akkermansia muciniphila and greater gut microbial diversity. The proposed mechanism? Compressing your eating window gives your microbiome a sustained fasting period, and Akkermansia appears to flourish in that quieter environment. A study in NPJ biofilms and microbiomes went further, measuring actual protein expression, not just bacterial DNA, and found TRF increased Akkermansia-expressed enzymes involved in metabolism. The bacteria wasn't just more abundant, it was more active. And the 2025 Neuroscience Bulletin study mentioned earlier showed that time-restricted feeding boosted muciniphila in aged mice experiencing circadian disruption, helping restore gut microbiome balance and reduce markers of inflammation. The common thread across all 3 studies? A daily fasting window, particularly one aligned with the overnight hours when your body naturally shifts toward repair and restoration, appears to create conditions where beneficial bacteria like Akkermansia can thrive and do their best work.
Now, here's what the science doesn't say, and I want to be direct with you. We don't have large-scale human RCTs showing that eating from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. will directly cause fat loss through Akkermansia. The circadian-specific data is primarily from animal models and mechanistic human studies. What we do have is a plausible, converging body of evidence that timing matters, both for microbial rhythms and for metabolic outcomes. Dr. Jason Fung emphasizes that extended fasting creates a distinct hormonal environment. When insulin is low overnight, fat cells have greater opportunity to release stored energy. Whether Akkermansia directly drives this in humans still requires more research, but circadian alignment and Akkermansia abundance appear linked through the same mechanism, your eating window. A 2025 review in Nutrients found that in free-living human studies, much of the benefit from time-restricted eating appears driven by spontaneous caloric reduction rather than timing alone. In controlled isocaloric trials, where calories are matched exactly, the circadian edge is promising but inconsistent across individuals. This is important to be honest about. Energy balance remains the primary driver of fat loss. Timing supports it, it doesn't replace it. Think of timing as a layer you add on top of solid nutrition, not a shortcut around it. The 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. framing in this video refers to your fasting window, eating compressed into daylight and early evening, fasting from roughly 10 p.m. through 6 a.m. or later. Researchers studying early TRE use windows like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. These early windows tend to show the strongest alignment with circadian biology. A 2024 study in Nutrients found early TRE produced greater reductions in fat mass, fasting glucose, and blood pressure compared to late TRE, even at similar caloric intakes. The reason? Your insulin sensitivity peaks in the morning and drops through the evening. Earlier eating means your cells respond to insulin more efficiently. For your gut bacteria, including Akkermansia, the overnight fast appears to support what researchers describe as the microbial active phase, when beneficial bacteria engaged in gut lining repair and short-chain fatty acid production are most active. Eating late into the night may interrupt this process, shifting your microbiome into a fed state when it would otherwise be doing maintenance work. Aim to finish eating by 8 to 9 p.m. and delay your first meal until 6 to 8 a.m. or later, creating a 10 to 12-hour overnight window. Most TRE research uses fasting periods of at least 12 to 14 hours. Within your eating window, prioritize prebiotic fiber, garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, unripe bananas, which research suggests supports Akkermansia growth and mucus layer health. Dr. Kevin Hall's metabolic research at the NIH is clear that total calorie balance remains the foundational driver of fat loss. No eating window changes that reality. But timing may do something valuable on top of that foundation. It may support adherence to a caloric deficit, improve hormonal signaling during the active part of your day, and help your gut microbiome function more rhythmically through the night. Think of it as fine-tuning your biology, not replacing the fundamentals. If you have diabetes, are pregnant, have a history of disordered eating, or are on medications that require food at specific times, please speak with your healthcare provider before changing your eating window. Individual circumstances vary enormously, and this research is not a one-size-fits-all prescription. Your body runs on a 24-hour clock. Your gut microbiome runs on that same clock. When your eating window aligns with your biology, you may create conditions where Akkermansia and other beneficial bacteria thrive. Your gut barrier stays stronger, and your cells respond more effectively to insulin. Will this melt fat on its own? No. Dr. Kevin Hall's research is clear. Fat loss of 0.5 to 2 pounds per week depends on energy balance above everything else. But the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. fasting window may be one of the more underappreciated tools you can layer on that foundation to support gut health and metabolic signaling. Your metabolism isn't broken, it's rhythmic. And when you understand that rhythm and align your eating window with it, you gain real, research-backed tools that most people never hear about in standard fat loss advice. If this breakdown of the science helped you see how your gut bacteria and your body clock work together and gave you a clearer picture of what the research actually says versus what gets oversimplified in most fat loss content, I'd love for you to hit that like button. It helps this channel reach more people who are looking for honest, evidence-based answers. Type yes in the comments if you're going to try adjusting your eating window based on what you learned today. And let me know, what's been your biggest challenge with nighttime eating? Your experience might help someone else reading the comments. Subscribe for more evidence-based content. No miracle cures, no hype. See you in the next one.